So you may have heard of Semrush's competitive analysis or competitor analysis toolset, but don't really know what it is or how it can be useful. Well, just like usual, we'll cover everything you need to know to be comfortably competent using Semrush, to find all the juicy SEO of your competitors, and we'll do it in as short a time as possible because your time matters. So firstly, what is competitive analysis? So basically, this is about analysing what businesses are doing in the market. So we're going to take the last example of our Semrush tutorial of using chainsaws. This will analyse what different businesses are using to be successful in the outdoor power tool market. You can get a great overview of your competitors, potential opportunities, you can review benchmarks, and marketing trends, and way more. And all of that with just a few clicks on Semrush. This might be useful if you're running a small business, or if you're in the digital marketing, or just like us, and run affiliate websites. But that's enough of that. So we're going to assume that you already know a little bit about this, and you want to get into the fun stuff, or what Semrush can really do. So we have covered a little bit about this in our last video we did. And in that video we gave some examples how to find keywords and build posts from researching the keywords from one of our example websites. It might be useful to watch that video as well, as this video will build upon a lot of the stuff that we discussed in the last video, but it's not essential. So let's go! So first we'll take a look at the SEO section when you open Semrush. Here are all the competitive research tools that you have on offer. You have a domain overview, which is a great first stop on learning about a competitor. Underneath that is the traffic analytics, where you have a deeper look at the traffic coming into and out of the chosen website. Then there is the organic research tab, which allows you to research keywords and search engine related information. And then you have the keyword and backlink gap tabs. These are the comparison tools that show you where your site might be missing keywords and backlinks in comparison to your competitors. Let's start at the top with a domain overview. So we're going to use chainsawlarry.com again as our example website. Thank you, Chainsaw Larry. And when we put this into the search bar, we get this page. This gives us a lot of information very efficiently. We get the authority score, organic search traffic from search engines, a backlink overview. Then under that, we get distribution by country and graphs on organic traffic and keywords. And under this is the organic research section where we have the top organic keywords. In our last video we showed us some really nice techniques we use all the time to find new keywords using the top organic keyword section, so we won't go into this too deeply right now. But if you're interested, then head over to the last video. Then under that we have the keywords by intent, and as this is an affiliate site, that brings people into their site by offering useful information. It's not a surprise to see the majority of their keywords are informational at around 50%. Then they have a few commercial and transactional keywords as well, which also makes sense for sites such as this that will have posts that revolve around buying products. We then have organic competitors, which we will explore later, and a competitive positioning map, which is a really nice way to see a quick overview of how this site fares against their competitors. But the competitive positioning map also tells us so much useful information. So here we can see fireandsaw.com are way out in the lead with 35,000 keywords and over 250,000 in traffic. That's in another league compared to little old Chainsaw Larry here at 8,000 keywords and 16,000 traffic. But if we look in the middle, we see epicsawguy.com and chainsawsdirect.com. And what this graph shows us is that although Epic Saw Guy has more keywords, they have considerably less traffic than Chainsaws Direct. This means that the keywords Chainsaws Direct are ranking for are more effective and more efficient. It probably means that they have a higher percentage in the top 1 to 3 positions on Google, and this means that Chainsaws Direct are therefore worth more of our time and researching, as in theory they have a more effective SEO presence. But also it may be worth looking at their website and their data on Semrush to directly help us rank for the same keywords. For example, we can find their most effective keywords and try and rank for the same ones. I hope that makes sense. So if we click on Chainsaws Direct and then go to the keywords, we see straight away that they are ranking for Best Chainsaw, which has a volume of 8,000. And they're in the top 10 for just Chainsaw, which has 90,000 traffic volume. Then below they have a group of other great keywords they're ranking highly for. And if we go up, we see they currently have 2,000 out of the 28,000 in the top 3 positions. That's almost 10%, which is really good. But now, if we go back and check out epicsourceguide.com, we can see that even their best performing keywords are nowhere near as good, and the percentage in the top 3 on Google is just over 1%. A massive difference. Okay, so now back with Chainsaw Larry. What can we take away from that? Well, we know that Chainsaws Direct are doing really well and that keywords are performing efficiently, meaning they don't have a huge amount, but the ones they do perform well. This usually means that the domain has a higher authority with Google and has good content with a solid backlink profile. Well, if we check out the site, we can see that it's a bit more than just another affiliate site. They are also an e-commerce website, but that has focused strongly on SEO, with the buyer's guide being the first thing you see on the homepage. So this shouldn't be a one-to-one comparison with Chainsaw Larry, as they are ultimately two different beasts. But this has ended up being a pretty great example to show off how to interpret data from Semrush. We'd recommend grabbing yourself a free trial, link in the description, and using these 3 websites as practice. Research to see what they do and how well it works. Anyway, underneath all of that, there's a paid search section that we will ignore for now, but may do something on in the future. And then finally, we have a nice big section on backlinks at the bottom, which again, we may do something on in the future. But now, let's jump into the traffic analytics. This tab shows off in detail everything you need to know about the traffic of your chosen website, but it can also do comparisons between your website and its competitors. A quick thing to note here is that none of the data you see here will be as accurate as first-party data, such as the data gathered in Google Search Console or similar. But this Semrush data does give a fairly accurate look at the website in question, and we found it to be consistently in line with our own first-party data we collect from our websites. At the top here, we can click into the competitor search bar and we're automatically given suggested competitors to compare our traffic with. So we'll choose epicsourceguide.com and then click compare. So now you can see straight away a lot of data comparing the 2 websites. You've got the visits to each and the change from the last month. Then underneath there is a graph so you can easily see the data in a visual representation. This can be changed here and the time period can be changed here. Next, we get the traffic sources. Now this is quite interesting, as both of these websites are quite small. They only really have 2 traffic sources, with the main being from search. This is something we see all the time with affiliate sites. They regularly don't utilize any other sources of traffic. And here Chainsaw Larry can see that Epic Saw Guy isn't making use of social at all. So suddenly this could be a channel that might be worth investing some time and effort into. So from Chainsaw Larry's point of view, it might be useful to build an infographic and then put it on Pinterest with other useful and interesting images and videos to drive traffic back to the site. Even a low effort Pinterest or TikTok campaign could turn into a decent source of traffic that the competitors are ignoring, which gives Chainsaw Larry a step up over the competition instantly. Then underneath this, we have a look at the traffic journey. This shows where the people come from and where they leave to. And as you can see here, a lot of visitors are going to epicsourceguide.com directly and from search.yahoo.com. So maybe it's worth further investigating exactly how this traffic is ending up at epicsourceguide.com from these 2 sources. Then maybe Chainsaw Larry over here could use that information to try and build his own new sources of traffic to keep up with Epic Saw Guy. Next is traffic by country. Again, a lot of very useful information here. All of the affiliate websites we have worked on have been very successful in the US, with considerably less success in any other country. So we generally try to focus on all our attention on our US audience. Now straight away here, I can see that Chainsaw Larry has almost 25% less of his traffic coming from the US compared to Epic Saw Guy. I would definitely flag this as something to work on, as I wouldn't be surprised if that 5k difference in traffic ended up being a lot of money each month. If this was a different type of website, such as a local small business, then things would be very different. If I was doing the SEO for business in my city, then chances are they would be wanting all of their visitors to come from the UK. So this would be great to compare to their competition and then see how and where we can improve. Now we'll take a quick step back and go to the top again. Here we'll remove Epic Saw Guy from our competitors and you'll see things change a little bit. We now get the top pages for the website and a graph of the trends and traffic sources. All additional information that can be used to analyze what is working and what needs to be improved for your site. And just remember, with all of these, you are able to export all of these results so you have a nice pre-made report, perfect for clients or your SEO marketing team, or just for you to get a quick understanding of what is going on with your own sites. Okay, now on to the keyword gap and backlink gap tools. These work very similarly. You put in the domain you're working with and any competitors, and they show you some nice data. Right at the top you have the top opportunities for your domain. Here we have missing keywords and weak keywords. Missing keywords are keywords your competitor has but you don't, and weak keywords are keywords your competitor is ranking for higher than you. And then if we scroll down, you can see more specifics for these keywords, with even more filters. We mostly like to use a mixture of missing and weak keywords, but make sure that they have a nice high volume and low difficulty. Simply sorting by keyword difficulty is a good start, and then you can pick and choose from there. Now, this is very similar for backlinks, using the backlink gap tool. If we do a video on backlinks, we'll cover this in much more detail, but for now, we'll leave you to explore this yourself, as we've covered a lot of the competitive analysis needed to put together some very useful reports and valuable information from all the data Semrush has to offer. I really hope you found this useful, as we could go on and on about the different tools and techniques we love to use, but I do think that this was a nice, effective and efficient way of introducing you into the competitive analysis with Semrush. If you're looking for more Semrush tutorials and content, we do have other videos available on our channel, and these cover everything from Semrush to our experiences of affiliate marketing. And on the screen now is our last Semrush tutorial, so thanks for watching. If you did find this useful, please give us a like, share and subscribe for more content in the future.